Hey RT family, Ryan Reynolds here with Keller Williams Consultants Realty, and today I'm with Katie with Simple Nest Staging, and we're going to be talking about some staging stuff. So Katie has no idea what it is that I'm going to be asking her about, so this should be a lot of fun. So Katie, tell me a little bit about what is staging? What does that mean?
Yeah, so staging is essentially our main goal is to make your home the most universally appealing to get the most buyers into your home. What you want to do is set, that first impression when we're looking at images online, buyers are so savvy today that they're making their first impressions when they're looking at your listing online. Right. So what we want to do is have that wow moment and give them that first impression, get them in the door so that we're bringing them in.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know for sure that all of our buyers look at stuff online before they come to take a look at it in person. And so if it doesn't look good online, they're not coming.
Exactly.
Or if they do, the expectations aren't good. So other than making it look good online, what are some of the things that you would say are benefits of staging besides that?
Yeah, so I mean, the statistics speak for themselves, right? 95% of homes that are staged sell 11 days or faster than your typical vacant stage.
So we're selling faster?
Faster. We're selling for more.
Okay.
So on average, 5 to 15%. We're selling above.
So it's a lot of money in some cases.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to leave money on the table. That's the thing. With staging, you're getting every last dollar that you can get out of your listing.
Yeah. I know a lot of our clients, when they have a vacant home that we're selling, staging makes a huge difference because when you have a vacant home, everything just shows. Like you see every blemish, every nick, everything. But when you stage a house, it all of a sudden takes your eye away from those things.
And listen, buyers are human, right? So what we want to do is get them in that door and we want them to feel emotionally invested in the space, right? I want to walk through that door and be like, okay, I can envision myself Christmas morning. Here's where this tree is going, with the holiday season.
Stories.
Yeah, exactly. You're telling stories. You want them to feel that comfort. You want that energy to be evoked. And when they leave the house, they can't envision their life without being here.
Right, that makes sense. So I like lists, and so one of the things I ask a lot of our people are just questions about what are the top 1 or 2 or 3 things that people do about whatever subject. So here I'm going to ask you a couple of things. So what would you say is the top 2 to 3 things that people make a mistake about when they don't stage a house?
So when they don't stage a house,
or if they stage it by themselves, maybe.
Well, the benefit that we have is we actually do vacant and occupied staging.
Okay.
So typically a lot of people, their houses tend to be over-cluttered, right? So when you're in a staged home, it's not about functionality, right? It's not about having all of the kitchen utensils on the, kitchen counter, or it's not about all the drawers that you have stuffed with like your shoes and your coats hanging. What we are doing is simplifying. That's the biggest thing that I think people miss out on is the simplification, the declutter, making it where you can walk in and it feels like a breath of fresh air.
Okay. So the biggest mistake you'd say they make is not simplifying it?
Not simplifying.
Keeping it functional, maybe.
Yeah, and something that you wouldn't necessarily expect, paint colors.
Paint colors?
Yeah, having it be light, bright, neutral, something where it's a blank slate for a new buyer to come in. They're not looking at, okay, here's the X, Y's, and Z's of everything that I need to have done.
You don't think they want to see your kids' tick marks and how fast they grew?
No.
Okay.
The chalkboards with all the writing on it.
Yep.
No, depersonalize your space. That's key. When you are listing your home, you want it to be like you don't live there. You want it to be where that buyer comes in and they're like, oh, that's where I'm going to put my photo gallery. That's my family. And that's where I'm going to be living. Yeah,
we tell our clients all the time, the first thing you do is take down all of your family photos, except maybe one somewhere in the bedroom, you leave, just so people know that it's a happy house.
Right.
But the problem with being too personalized is that then they're telling stories, but they're not telling stories about the house. They're trying to figure out who you are as a seller. They're trying to figure out if they know your kids, or maybe they went to school with you.
Right.
Something like that.
Universally appealing is going to be the key to getting the most buyers in.
Yeah. So one of the big objections I hear about staging, or people when I say, hey, we should stage your house, is like, oh, I don't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to do that. So my experience with you is that it's, it's not free, but it's not ridiculously expensive.
No, absolutely. And the thing, what we talked about earlier, it's like if you're getting that 5 to 15% over asking, it's doubling, tripling. Yeah, it's more than paying that return on investment. Yeah. And you're going to see that come through with the price.
Yeah, and so actually we're standing in a staged house that they had just done yesterday, and we're going to show some pictures and some video here of the house, what it looked like before, and then of course what it looks like after as part of this. So when you came into this house, it was a vacant house.
Yep.
And so what would you say, now I think every room is staged. So how do you determine what rooms to stage and what rooms not to do?
Yeah, that's a great question. So where we see the biggest return on investment is your first floor, right? So that's right when you walk in the door. We've been talking about first impression, right? So you stage your living room, your dining, kitchen, and then the other big one is that primary bedroom. So we want them to come in and be like, okay, wow, I can fit a queen or a king bed in here. And look, I can get my dresser in here and my accent chair. So just being able to show them, how big that space is and what it can function for them.
Okay. And so in this house, you brought furniture in.
Yep.
But you mentioned you also will go into someone's house and help them with their furniture?
Yeah, so we offer vacant and occupied staging. And what I mean by occupied staging is I'll walk through the house with the homeowner. We'll look at the pieces. If there's pieces that we can use, great, leave them there. If there are pieces that, we wouldn't necessarily say should be in the house, we'll ask them, can you guys have these removed before we stage? We're gonna bring in something that's a little bit more modern or a little bit more neutral, or we bring out the texture in the home. So that was—
you try to match the style of the home with
exactly. So that's another way you can cut down cost on staging is, okay, do I have a couple of items that the team can use? Bring in that supplemental stuff, whether it's art, pillows, rugs.
Things that I never think about.
Exactly. And that's really what makes the difference. You have art on the wall. Huge difference. The pillows, the rugs, that just brings in a certain warmth and comfort that buyers are looking for.
So let's say you have a house that is needing a lot. And you mentioned paint color before. Now, do you guys actually do painting, or
So we do not do the physical service of painting, but what we offer is a staging consultation. And what that is—
choose colors.
Yeah. So we do a 60-minute consultation for someone that's about to list their home, but they feel like, there's some updates that I can do that will help, sell better, photo better, etc. So what we would do is we would walk through every single space. We would look at paint colors. We would look at lighting choices. We would look at furniture. Are there easy fixes that can help show
that one
the home
wall
better?
that's got foil red wallpaper on it? You can say, well, you probably take that down.
Yeah, absolutely. And you wouldn't believe having a third party come in and give an outside perspective.
So you can be the bad guy.
Exactly. We're the bad guy in this situation. So you can call us to do that. Exactly. So we offer the staging consultation, and then we also do design services. So it's not our bread and butter. Staging is where we thrive, but we have offered design services. So if you want us to come in and look at your living room, we can pick out furniture, we can give you links.
That's great.
And redo it.
So let's actually talk about that a little bit. So design services, and what does that mean? So you would actually, after I buy the house, I move in and I'd say I don't have furniture, maybe I do, but I want a certain look.
Yeah.
You could come in and help me say, okay, these are the colors that we should use, this is the fabrics, these are the—
Yeah, absolutely. So
the full design
we get a lot of inquiries about actually purchasing the staging furniture from people that are coming in.
Do you sell it to them?
We do.
Do you really?
During our busy months, we actually like to hold on to that inventory because, you know how the market is right now. Shipping cost, inventory is low.
Can't get stuff sometimes.
Exactly. So we will, depending on the item, we will sell it. But that's where we kind of lend into our design services, right? So we know that they like this style of accent chair. Okay, well, we know where we purchased that. We can give them links. We can set up a whole mood board. We tell them paint colors.
Mood board? What is a mood board?
So a mood board is essentially a vision board of your living space, right? So we will actually Photoshop in the couch that we think you should purchase, the rug that we think you should purchase, all within the budget that you provide.
Yeah.
So we are given a budget. We are given a general design aesthetic, right? And then that allows us to kind of run with it. So we will pull different items, whether it's a couch from Target or accent chairs from West Elm. We'll merge those together. We'll provide that vision board for you so you can see it come to life before you're purchasing these items. And then we'll provide the links for you to shop.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today. And hopefully you guys learned something. And as always, it's the Ryan Reynolds team, unlimited opportunities and exceptional experiences.
Thank you.